Hi, good evening. This is Peter from Christian Filipina Dating Site, and I'm going to tell you today a new revelation in the industry of dating that you haven't heard about before, because this is something you deserve to know. Why are there scammers on dating websites? Now, you might think that it's an obvious answer. You might think scammers are out there because there are bad people everywhere. Well, that's partly true. But that's not everything. In fact, dating websites benefit from having scammers. And the huge number, the vast majority of dating websites out there do not protect their members against scammers, because to do so would make them less profitable. And if those websites were less profitable, of course they'd have less money, but they'd also be less able to bid for traffic. Websites can grow because they pay for advertising. And the more money they can make, the more they can pay for advertising. So this is what has happened in the industry, is that those sites have been able to grow, which have used these kinds of practices that I'm going to tell you about right now. Because yes, it's true that there are scammers out there who are trying to rip people off, but there are sites that benefit from it, and they allow those scammers to get on. And they don't remove them, except maybe if they're really pushed to remove them. Okay, so here's what happens. A dating site allows professional scammers to get on the site. And what the professional scammers do is they will post profile pictures of professional actors, actresses, just movie stars, models, men and women. They know these scammers from Nigeria and many other countries in the world, but Nigeria is the most populous. It's a huge country with a huge population of scammers. I'm sorry to say it. But the scammers will post these pictures, and they know which pictures to post to get suckers, which is you and I, real people, to think that we should upgrade on that site and we should pay that site. We should spend our time on that site. So we get a message, and there was just a recent example on the BBC where a gentleman got a message, and the picture was actually a picture of Michelle Pfeiffer when she was a young, maybe 25-year-old model. It was a very attractive looking woman. He didn't realize it was Michelle Pfeiffer, but he was excited. He was excited about that picture, and so he was considering paying money to the company. Well, actually, that picture was just posted by a scammer. Didn't have to be posted by the company, because now the governmental agencies are becoming very wise to the way these pictures are being used. So the companies are, as much as possible, they're not posting these fake profile pictures themselves. The companies are just looking the other way when scammers go and make fake profiles on their sites using these kinds of pictures. So the company benefits when those fake profiles with the compelling model-like pictures are on their site. Gets people to upgrade, get them to pay, and then the companies they have more money to operate, they can bid more for advertising. Companies like ours, which spend an extraordinary amount of our resources on keeping the site as free as possible from scammers, we lose out, in a sense, in two ways. Because first of all, we have to pay that extra money for the customer service working 24/7 to monitor the profiles. And then second of all, because we don't have pictures of Michelle Pfeiffer and other people, there's a whole segment of the population who won't upgrade at our site because they're accustomed to, and they actually have found themselves believing in those fantasies, those pictures that they want to see somewhere, so they don't upgrade at our site. So on the other hand, what we do have at our site is we have legitimate people. They don't look like models because we're not models. The people at our site are real people with casual pictures. And that's the way you're going to know that our site and many other sites are legitimate, is by looking and seeing if those pictures are casual or if they actually look like models and they look like professional photos that's when you got to start being skeptical. Okay, so just to review what I've taught you today, dating sites actually benefit from having scammers create fake profiles on their sites. The dating sites in the industry want to say, oh, it's an industry-wide problem that there's scammers, and we're sorry that those scammers are out there trying to steal your money. What they don't say, but what you now know, is that those dating sites actually benefit from having the scammers. They look the other way. And they don't care what happens to you. What they care about is that they can get your $20 or your $30, your $50 or $100, whatever it might be, to get you to upgrade, believing that that scammer's picture is really somebody you can interact with in the site. Then, of course, you'll never get another response back. Or if you do, it might be from somebody who just sends you a form mail from some Nigerian princess or somebody else who says they're going to be traveling, and then they get stuck in a hotel in Africa, and then you need to Western Union them $500 or whatever. Look, number one, never send money to anyone that you meet online who you haven't met in person. Never. Okay? If you just follow rule number one, you're going to help alleviate this issue of scammers significantly. Number two is really research the sites. If you think about joining Christian Filipina or any other site, do your research and find out what people are saying. Are they saying that most of the profiles that other people interacted with turned out to be fraudulent fakes? Or are they saying, wow, there are so many real people and so many people who really met their special someone? Do you see testimonial videos of all the ones who met their special someone, or do you just hear a lot of lies? Because right now in the dating industry, predominantly what's going out there at the big sites, there's a lot of lies, and they are lying to you, and they're trying to take advantage of you. Now, if you want to know more, in fact, this has been very negative, and I'm sorry about that. But if you want to know more about how you can meet the person of your dreams online, even in this sucky industry, we will send you a free report about it. How you can meet the person of your dreams online. We'll give you 3, 4, or 5 bullet points. It's gonna be the pointers that you can use if you follow our 3 points or our 5 points. I haven't decided yet what's gonna be in the report, but I guarantee it's gonna be good. If you follow the instructions we're gonna give you on one single sheet of paper, you'll be able to meet that special someone for you. Once again, this is Peter Christopher from Christian Filipina. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel and make sure you click down below so you can get that special report.